So I'll be brief. In her short 6 years in office, she has been one of the most productive governors we have ever had. Her leadership and focus on job creation and investment in our state and region is unparalleled. Her steadfast pro-business attitude and actions have brought South Carolina to the top of preferred locations from companies from around the world. Bridgestone, GT, Continental, Daimler, Birdsong, LPL Financial, Lash Group, and of course Volvo, just in the past couple of years. And here in our area, she has been instrumental in bringing Masonite, Swiss Chrono, Orchid Paper, JGBR, Cypress Creek, Newbie, Busco, Norinco, and in 2015, over $550 million in new investment just to these 6 counties alone. We have 2 years left in her leadership. We're hoping that she'll take a 3rd term if we can get that working. But she has worked tirelessly for this state and for our community, and we are looking forward to the next 2 years. It's my pleasure to introduce the Governor of South Carolina, the Honorable Nikki Haley.
Thank you very much. It's a great day in South Carolina, but it is an even better day in Bamberg today. So I am absolutely excited to be here. You know, it was strange driving up here because I expected to see a lot of cars in the parking lot. I just expected them to all be Oldsmobiles. So the interesting thing is, growing up as a child, Ziegler Automotive was such a staple. It was. My family, there was not an Oldsmobile we didn't own. Every car we bought from here. Because the Ziegler family, I mean, that's how Bamberg did things. You trusted, you knew, you exactly knew what you were going to get, and you knew the people you were going to get them from. Some things don't change. This community is still like that. It is still neighbors taking care of neighbors. It is still that hometown that I remember that raised me, that helped take care of me, that sometimes told my mom before anybody else can tell my mom. But that's what makes this such a special place. And so when we started talking to Greg, the one thing I told him was, this is the sweetest community. The work ethic is going to be impeccable. And they are going to wrap their arms around you and not let go. And that's what my ask is of all of you. That here, he looked at 8 counties and 3 states. And he ended up in the best spot, I believe, which was Bamberg, South Carolina. So he's made over a $3.5 million investment. If you see, this is beautiful. I mean, to the Ziegler family, I think you couldn't have asked for a better location or better look. I think he's just continued to raise the bar from what you had done, and I will tell you that we now have to support him. And what I have always said to our businesses, and I say this to you, Greg, is we're not just there to cut the ribbon. During rough times, we're there too. I got to meet all of the associates that work here. This is a top-notch group. They're ready, they're excited, and if we do this right, we are working with the Department of Tourism. We want this to be a destination site. We want this to be a place that people travel to. And so as we're continuing to try and bring more jobs and opportunities to Bamberg, this is a great way to add to that. And so I want to thank all of you for showing him and his family the love and support that I knew you would. I want you to help me continue this support by just making sure that we're constantly there for him. For whatever he needs, good times or bad times, we'll do that. You've got my cell number, so there's nothing that should ever go wrong that you don't contact me with. But there's nothing that could have kept me from here. Greg contacted me not too long ago, and he goes, well, I want to make sure that you're there. And I said, oh, I'll be there. There's no way I'm not going to be there. But you really have come to one of the sweet spots in the state, and I am personally committed to you in every way to make sure this is a success. We were already, as we were touring in the back, talking about expansion, because that's what I'm thinking already is, how do we expand? Do we have enough room to expand? Where are we going from here? And then adding to it. To the associates, I mean, you make us proud. You're getting ready to do something very cool. This is an industry that you don't see a lot of, especially in South Carolina, and now we are on the map for having another cool industry in terms of what we have here. So I want to thank the associates ahead of time. I know you're going through a lot of training and learning of what it is, but I can't wait to come back and see you in action. So keep up the great work, and please help show Mr. Pierce everything I said, which is you work hard, you play hard, and at the end of the day, we all have a strong faith, and that's what makes Bamberg great. So to all of you, if you are from out of town, welcome to Bamberg. Come back and visit. This is a fantastic spot, especially if you get to know the people. And for those of you from Bamberg, be proud, because you were as much a part of why he came and why Blackwater Barrels is here as anybody else. I always want to thank the town and the county. I want to thank Representative Bamberg. I want to thank Danny Black, who works, Ted Campbell, if we ever found him. I want to thank him for another great job. Thank you. And, just to say, it takes a team to do this, and I'm just so very proud of my team today, and I'm very proud of my hometown. So thank you very much. God bless.